Hey everyone, and welcome to the Midweek check-in overall for the 9th through the 15th of March 2025. So always with these, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So I'm just going to wing this. And if you'd like a personalized read, my link will be in the description below. So here we go. So for the midweek, there's a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of heavy feelings and intense emotions, especially during the lunar eclipse that's coming up here on the 14th, especially between the 13th and the 15th for a lot of us, especially those whose menstrual cycles hit on the full moon. It's going to be one of those blood harvest moons kind of a deal. Like there's a lot of fertility, a lot of growth, a lot of abundance, but only if you're willing to put in the effort, which most of us have actually put in the effort. Most of us have actually given ourselves a pat on the back, and if not, we deserve to do so. There's a lot of victory in the making and a lot of luxuries in the making. You've been able to notice when to manifest, and you've been able to discern when people are actually being legitimate and when they're actually fooling you. There's a lot of boy blues still calling out lies and telling white lies and half-truths, stringing you along, but this could be as simple as just to mess with you and to kid around. So check in with your inner child, check in with your inner teen, make sure that they're doing all right, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, most importantly. Some of us have noticed that what we have given to the world or given to someone else in need, we've gotten back when we needed it, in ways that we needed it, not necessarily in ways that we have expected. There's a lot of unexpected delays going to happen, but there are a lot of unknown factors playing into that, and unseen forces playing into things that don't want you to succeed. There's a lot of trying to push through sirenistic abilities and push through a lot of narcissistic traits and vanity and conceitedness, a lot of hedonism going on. There's going to be times when you feel lost and confused and gaslit. Even unintentional gaslighting is gaslighting. So be sure to enforce those boundaries and know the difference between enforcing and forcing the boundaries. Learning your authority figures and learning what you can do to assert authority. Being able to benefit from time outside or time alone or resources known to the public, being able to be transparent and know what the difference is between transparency and honesty. There's a lot going on this week that deals with analyticism and overthinking and misunderstanding, and it's just due to a lot of heavy emotion, a lot of aggression and resentment that we may not even realize we hold, and that's what's playing into the way we choose to see ourselves, the way we choose to respond to other people, especially with fear of control or fear of being oppressed or fear of silencing. It does look like there's a lot of protection against black magic that's going to happen, a lot of evil eye magic that's going to be banished, a lot of egg cleansing and Reiki cleansing and energy transfers are going to be helpful, especially to those who have a soul path or life path 9, 6, 7, or 8. It does look like there's a lot of manifesting going on, especially for synthesizer numbers 639 to 753. It does look like there's going to be a lot going on in the first 3 to 5 hours of waking up, especially for those of us who wake up in the witch's hour, the devil's hour, whatever you call it, of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. local time. It does look like there's going to be a lot of standardized achievements and promotions going on, not necessarily in the workforce, but not excluding it. It could be financial gain, even if it's a penny on the ground, a reminder that someone still cares, a love note of gratitude, whatever the case may be. And it feels like there's a lot of angels reaching out to us and a lot of paganistic gods and figures coming out with us. Even Jesus and Enoch and Lucifer have been knocking on a few doors, such as Michael and Gabriel and Uriel as well, Castiel, Samael, and Azazel as well. Learning through telepathy and empathy and learning the difference between clairaudience and a telepathic message. Seeing a telepathic vision versus a clairaudient or clairvisionary vision versus a seer vision versus astral projection versus remote viewing. So there's a lot of lessons going on even when we don't realize it, to help challenge us and help us adapt through competitions and struggles, especially during like trials and tribulations, and seeking out information on travel and big expenses like say like Disneyland or Japan, or traveling the world, or going on a cruise, or taking yourself up to Elitch's, or going on that hike that you've been blowing off for 5 years, or whatever the case may be. Whatever you're blowing off, start to do it. Start writing down what you want to do, and do one of those things like today within like not even 5 minutes, 5 hours. Just start doing it, because if you take more than 3 to 5 seconds to think, it's going to be a no. Split-second decisions are going to need an answer within 3 to 5 seconds, so just be aware of that, especially those that are pushing into astral projection and past the 5th dimension and into different realms within the metaverse, different realms within astral projection. Just basically watching yourself and documenting it, making a disposition about any personalities that come through, whether it be within yourself, like your inner teen, your inner child, your inner angst, whatever, or outside of yourself, like a god or another person, or a relationship you've had with another family member. But either way, that's what's going to set you apart from the rest, in a sense. 639 hertz and 369 method from Nikola Tesla will be beneficial. But that's going to end out your midweek check-in for the 9th through the 15th of March of 2025. As always with these, take what resonates and leave it doesn't. Thanks for joining me.